Hello everybody and welcome to today's clean, declutter, and organize video. If you need a friend to get some things done alongside today, you have come to the right place. So put this video up and clean along with me or watch it and clean after. It's totally up to you, but let's just go ahead and get started. We are starting off stripping my bed. I had actually just purchased a new duvet cover and a new set of sheets, so I was really excited to wash everything up and put those on. I've been needing an extra set of everything so that I can swap them out week to week instead of having to wash everything the same day and make my bed later on, if that makes sense. But unfortunately, the new sheet set that I purchased had come from a West Elm discount outlet and I was missing the fitted sheet, so I was really bummed about that. I ended up having to return them. But I still went ahead and stripped my bed. I did end up washing the sheets that we're currently using and washing the new duvet cover, and then we'll make that later on after everything is clean and dry. Now we're moving into the kitchen. I had to empty my dishwasher, and then of course there were some dirty dishes in the sink that needed to be loaded back up into the dishwasher. But this video, you guys will see, is kind of all over the place. Sometimes I clean room to room and I'll just clean the entire room and just focus on that one space. But sometimes I just feel like my brain is so scattered and I'm all over my house and I have a bunch of random things that I need to get done. So you'll see we're kind of bouncing all over the place today. This is one of my more chaotic clean with me videos. I feel like things kept going wrong and not working out for me. And again, I was all over the place. Do you ever have a day where you feel like you spend the entire day cleaning and then you look around at the end of the night and your house is still a mess? Because that's what was happening to me on this day. I was cleaning with my AirPods in on this day and I was listening to like old throwback music, so like old school Britney Spears, old school NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, all that stuff. Sometimes I find if I can't get myself moving, if I put on like really fun music, and especially the old stuff, I don't know what it is about it, it will get me moving and get me motivated. So that is what I was listening to, if you're wondering, and I would love to know what you guys listen to while you clean. I used to be really into listening to true crime and podcasts, but I have found that those things kind of increase my anxiety and my fear of everything. So I'm taking a little bit of a break from all of that right now and just trying to listen to music, or I listen to YouTube videos. So I'll watch my friends like Aaliyah from Aaliyah Martins, or my friend Whitney, she's the channel Whitney P. And I really enjoy listening / watching their videos. They get me motivated and they don't give me the anxiety that the true crime gives me. I had a bunch of stuff in my sink that needed to be hand washed, and for some reason, when I have a lot of things that need to be hand washed, I will put them off for so long because I just dread it. I don't want to wash them and I wish they could just go in the dishwasher, but like cups like this, for example, cannot because it would like melt and warp and then it wouldn't work anymore. So I had to get it done today, even though I was absolutely dreading it. I don't know what it is about hand washing dishes. I just really don't enjoy doing that these days. I feel like it also requires so much more effort because you have to pull out different cleaning tools. So like the brush cleaner for inside of the cups, and then also the little brush for inside of the straws. And it's just like a hassle and I don't want to be bothered with it.
Pretending that you had the time of your life. Had we met before? Instant chemistry. Was so glad you came.
I don't like to leave my dishes laying around wet, so I don't have a dish drying rack or anything like that. I used to have like dish drying mats, and occasionally I'll pull one out, but for the most part, I like to just dry my dishes right away and get them put away because if they're sitting out on the counter, it's just clutter to me and I don't feel like the room is cleaner.
We were making our way through the town, yeah. Never really wanted the night to end.
Random side note here, but I'm not a flannel girl. My dad is a big flannel guy, so I kind of felt like I was my dad all day wearing the flannel. But I really like this one. This one came from American Eagle. They have nice like lightweight flannels. They're not overly heavy, so even though it was kind of a warm day when I was filming, this was still mostly comfortable for me to wear. So anyway, I'll link it down below because they have some really nice color options this year. I was noticing that the kids' cabinet was getting out of hand. I couldn't fit everything in there anymore, so I had to go ahead and do a little bit of decluttering. I am going to be getting rid of the bottles pretty soon since Sutton doesn't need them anymore, but he does still have one a day, and there's a reason for that. I'm not going to get into it, but pretty soon we will be done with the bottles. So for now, I just decluttered some of the other cups. These are ones that leak really bad or they're missing parts. Moving on to the microwave, I was noticing it was looking a little bit yucky in there. It really isn't too bad, but I wanted to go ahead and clean it. I was watching Jamie's Journey recently, and she put vinegar in the microwave, I think for like 7 minutes, and then wiped out the microwave with Dawn Power Wash, and I wanted to try that out since I've never done it before. So I didn't know how much vinegar to put in. I just put in like this much in that cup right there, stuck it in the microwave for 7 minutes, and then I was having a little snack. I was having a Quest bar. Just figured I'd show you guys what I was eating. I'm still on my fitness journey, so trying to eat healthy, and Quest bars are really good for like protein and calorie wise. But now I am wiping out the microwave with the Dawn Power Wash after letting that vinegar go for like 7 minutes. This worked really well. It really loosened up the grime that was kind of stuck inside the microwave, so it was easy to wipe it out. I did take this dish out so I could clean it in the sink, and then I'll dry this off and we'll put that away, and I'll show you guys how much better the microwave is looking after. I had a brand new tub of the pink stuff, so I'm whipping that out to clean the stovetop. I don't do this every single day. Usually I just use an all-purpose cleaner to just quickly wipe it down. But when I want my stovetop to look brand new, I will go ahead and use the pink stuff. This works the best. It's also kind of fun. It's like an art project. You can see it's like a canvas for me. I'm just drawing all over it, drawing shapes and everything else. And again, it just makes it look so clean and nice. So this is my favorite way to clean my stovetop. This is where everything went horribly wrong. I decided to clean the inside of my oven. You can see here it was disgusting, so it was much needed. And I thought I'd be brave and I'd do self-cleaning, even though so many of you have told me that it's awful for your oven. But I was like, you know what? It's a nice day. I'm going to open the windows. I'm going to turn on the self-cleaning. I'm going to throw my oven racks in the tub with this dishwasher pod like I've seen other YouTubers do, which by the way, my camera hated. It kept not focusing. But anyway, I thought I would do that, and you'll see it just does not work out as planned. We'll get into that in a minute. I just wiped down my countertops, and now we are going to clean off my desk. I recently got this desk from FlexiSpot, and it has been such a game changer for me. I have not had a proper desk to work on in years at this point, and this one just is so perfect. First of all, it looks nice. I got the bamboo top with the white frame, and it looks great in the space. It's got plenty of room for all of my things, like my cameras, notebook, computer, my microphone. There's really something to be said also about having a real workspace. I feel more productive. All my things are right where I need them when I need them instead of all over my house. It's been such a nice change. Actually, I had promised my husband if he put it together for me that he could have this desk for his basement office area, but let's just say it probably won't be making its way down there because now that I have it, I don't want to give it to him. This was super easy to put together as well. It was very self-explanatory, and what's cool about these desks from FlexiSpot is that they're standing desks. So you can sit at the desk or you can stand at it. When I used to work in an office, I had a standing desk and I absolutely loved having that option. There are days where I'm editing for 8 to 9 hours straight, and while the ergonomic chairs from FlexiSpot are very comfortable, eventually it is nice to stand up. Also, if I'm trying to get work done with the baby around, I can stand the desk up and he can't reach on top to try to grab things, which he does if I'm not careful. This desk is a reasonable price. It's sturdy, so when you're moving the desk up and down, it won't knock things over. It's very smooth. FlexiSpot also provides a 15-year warranty for their desks, and they offer 30-day free returns as well. And you can actually save an extra $30 off by using my code Elaine and the link in my description box. I am so sorry to my husband that I told you I would give you this desk. I think it's mine now. There's just no going back. And thank you so much to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video. I will have the link and details for the $30 off in my description box and as a pinned comment as well, so be sure to check there.
You always pick me up and let me down. We're spinning around, losing our minds.
The windowsills over here had a lot of sticky little fingerprints, and so did the windows, so I'm just going to wipe those down really quickly. Now I'm just picking up a few of the toys that were out. I did a really big declutter. If you guys missed that video, I'll link it in the cards right here, but it's been so much easier to clean up our living room ever since I did that. And now I'm putting back the couch, or putting the couch cushions back on. My kids love to take them off. And then I noticed there were a ton of stains on the couch, so I wanted to go ahead and try to take care of those. My couch cushion covers are removable, so usually I take them off and I throw them in the wash, but sometimes if I don't want to go through all that effort, I will go ahead and do this. So I'm spraying some of my Dawn Power Wash. I have a cloth with cold water on it, and I'm just like pre-treating the stains with this, and then I'll go in with my upholstery cleaner. Why can't I remember the name of it off the top of my head? I think that it's Clean Slate by Hoover is the name. But anyway, this works really well when I have a bunch of little spots on my couch. So again, I pre-treat them and then I go in with this. It's got like a solution inside of the water, so that helps as well to lift up the stains. And this does take a little bit for it to dry, but it's not too bad. And I'll show you guys once I'm done doing this. I ended up taking a clip like a few hours later when it was still a little bit wet, but it was closer to being dry, and you'll see this made a huge difference and it lifted up all of those stains, and it just bought me some time between me having to take all these cushions off, throw them in the wash, and then throw them in the dryer. It's just such a huge project and I don't always feel like doing that. Again, these were still a little bit wet, but you can see here that most of those spots were picked right up. Yeah, it's just too hot in here for the self-cleaning, so I just turned it off. My house, first of all, it stinks like burnt food. And second of all, it's just too hot in here. And I know I'm wearing this flannel, but I've committed to the flannel today and I'd like to continue wearing it, so I'm just going to turn off self-cleaning and we'll just do it the old-fashioned way once it cools down. But I gave it like a good 45 minutes and I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I do not like self-cleaning. I'm not a fan of it. It scares me. It smells. It's too hot, and I give up on self-cleaning. Now I'm going to just wipe down these oven racks a little bit. I was trying to get off anything that was still stuck on there. This did a pretty good job. I feel like the last time I did this, where I'd soaked them with a dishwasher pod, that it worked a lot better. I don't know if maybe I just didn't do it long enough this time, but they were still coming relatively clean. I did end up moving them into my sink because it was just too difficult for me to bend over the tub like that. But anyway, the self-cleaning thing, I will never do it again. It really caused like a huge allergy attack for me. I don't think I mentioned it in the clip that I filmed while I was filming on this day, but as the day went on, I progressively felt worse and worse and worse, and I had a horrible headache. My nose was running, even my teeth hurt, like my face hurt, my throat was itchy, and I was completely fine until I ran the self-cleaning on the oven. So it irritated something, some kind of allergy, and I've been trying to air out my house for the last few days, but I'm still quite stuffy. So definitely not a fan, would not recommend, and I'll just keep cleaning my oven the old-fashioned way from now on. I'm the lazy one, so I guess I should. At this point, I was just trying to get away from the smell because my entire house smelled from the self-cleaning on the oven. My eyes were on fire. Like they were actually glassy and red. So it was so bad. But anyway, moving into Carson's room because his door had been shut, so his room didn't smell bad and the air quality was much better in there. So I just quickly made his bed and then figured I would go ahead and fold his laundry. I go back and forth between folding my kids' laundry and not folding my kids' laundry. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on the day. And I have so many of us that I need to keep up on laundry, and it's such a constant project. And I've mentioned this, I feel like every single time I ever fold laundry on my channel, but I get horrible backaches. It doesn't matter if I'm standing up, sitting down, like the position I'm sitting in, anything, no matter what, it always kills my back. And once my back hurts, it doesn't feel better until like the next day. So I have been on a kick lately where I've just been sorting their clothes by category. So short sleeves together, long sleeves together, pants together, and I'll just throw them into the drawers unfolded. And if they happen to be wrinkly, I have a hand steamer and I can just quickly steam them in the mornings if I have to. But I have not honestly noticed really any wrinkles or anything. And this saves me so much time and so much stress and the backache. So I've been really enjoying doing it like this lately instead of stressing so much about having everything folded perfectly. I recently got Carson a bunch of new socks, and I had one pack of white and one pack of black, so it would be easy for me to match them up. But there's still some stragglers from before that I find in his laundry, so just going through all of the socks here and matching up what I'm able to and then putting them away. I created this organizer in a recent video so that I could set out all of Carson's clothes for the week ahead of time. And as you can see, I was doing this on Wednesday, so I was only putting out Thursday and Friday, but better late than never. We have been using it pretty religiously, but it just was an off week. But now we are moving on to cleaning out the tub. So this was everything that was left behind from putting those oven racks in there. So I wanted to really quickly just rinse all that down the drain and then go in with my OxyClean. My camera would not focus on the tub on this day, so you'll see it constantly goes out of focus. So I wasn't able to get every clip of everything I was doing in here. It looks like I just kind of quickly sprayed it and then wiped it down, but I did spend quite a bit of time scrubbing. You just won't see that because my camera was not cooperating. Having the removable shower head is such a game changer when it comes to cleaning the tub. I used to always have to fill up my son's like hair rinser and then I would dump that all around to rinse, but now I can just pull this out and it's one of my favorite things about our bathroom. Now we're going to make my bed. So my sheets were all dry and clean at this point, and so was my new duvet cover. And I'm going to share the easiest way to put your duvet cover back on. I feel like I've shared this a couple of times on my channel. I've been doing it for years, but if you're new, if this is your first time here, then I might as well show you guys and kind of talk about it. So if you're looking for a better way to put your duvet inside of your duvet cover, then I got you. So the funny thing about this duvet cover is I actually used to have this exact same one, and then my cats ripped a giant hole in it and I had to get rid of it, and I was so sad. But this is from West Elm. I've literally had this one since like 2019 minus the last like year and a half since I had to get rid of it. And I just love it. I love like the texture. I love the crisp white color. It cleans so well. It's just a nice duvet cover. So anyway, I repurchased it because I found it in a bin at the West Elm outlet and it was discounted like crazy. So I was super excited. But anyway, the easiest way to put your duvet cover on is to turn it inside out, lay it flat on your bed, and then you lay your duvet over top of it and then you roll it up. And then once it's rolled up, you're going to kind of reach around and attach the buttons at the bottom of the duvet cover, if that makes sense. And you're kind of folding it over itself. It's going to end up looking kind of like a body bag, and that's how you know you're doing it correctly. And then once it looks like that, like a mummy or a body bag, whatever you want to call it, it is ready to be turned like inside out. All you do is start shaking it around and it magically is on correctly. And this is just, to me, the easiest way to do it. It comes out perfect every time, and I've been doing it this way for years. I feel like I do a horrible job explaining it every single time I try to, but it's called the sushi roll method. So if you look up the sushi roll method on YouTube, there's probably way better tutorials than the way that I've described it. Now that I have this nice crisp white duvet cover again, I do need to get some new pillowcases because my old ones are like an off-white. That's the color of my other duvet cover, so I'll have to do that. But this is real life. We don't always have the budget for all this stuff, so sometimes my bed's gonna be mismatched, and that is totally fine. Here is my dreaded clutter corner. I had a laundry basket that had some donations in it that have not yet made it out of my house. And then I had some other clothes that didn't belong to me, like the kids' clothes was in this pile. I had some of my husband's clothes in the pile. I had some of my clothes in the pile. So I had to sort through everything and get it back where it belongs. I don't know why I do this. I throw things on the floor in my corner of the room. I've been doing it for years. If you guys have watched my channel regularly, pretty much every video, there's some kind of pile of clutter in the corner of my bedroom. I don't know why I'm like this.
But all the fun times we had, I'll never forget. We will always share a bond, no matter what. 'Cause you have a piece of my heart, and I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time.
The layer of dust in my room, like at all times, is so crazy. I feel like I can't vacuum enough. So I'm just showing you guys here a close-up of why I was cleaning this, because from far away on camera, it really doesn't look so bad. But then you see it up close and it's crazy. So anyway, I'm cleaning off my dresser, getting everything dusted because it was just looking bad. We are nearing the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and it gave you some motivation. Once again, I felt like this was a super chaotic day for me, and I was kind of all over the place, and I felt like my house still wasn't clean at the end of the day, even though I was literally cleaning all day long. But that's just how it goes sometimes when you have family and you have kids and there's messes everywhere and you just physically can't keep up with it. But anyway, I still hope that it motivated you and that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. Turn your notification bells on so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll come back again next week for another video.